Alright, so I think the chainsawing has stopped, but I'm not sure how long it's gonna have stopped for, so we better launch into this video right away. That's the thing about filming outside, and wouldn't you know it, the light has changed. Yes, so that is the thing about filming outside, is there's a lot of outside things to compete with. Chainsaws, neighbors, cars. Okay, first up, this beautiful tree that I got on Craigslist for 20 bucks. I love it. Amazing deal. Alright, next up, let's talk about the ballistic missile threat that hit Hawaii yesterday at about 8:07 in the morning. Yes, so essentially we all got a text message coming through saying this is not a drill, seek shelter. My husband comes out of the crapper, white-faced, freaking out, and now, I have got to say, okay, from growing up in Hawaii, I don't immediately freak out when we get civil defense warnings, okay? Growing up here, tsunamis, hurricanes, earthquakes, it's all just part of the experience of living on an island. So the first thing I did, as my husband's freaking out, checking the news, I called my friend who's working at the hospital, because I worked at the hospital, and the hospital always knows more sooner than the general public. And I said, what's up? Did you get the message? Like, what's going on there? And he's like, yeah, nothing's happening here. So that was kind of like a good indicator in my mind that we didn't have the whole story. Also, the news wasn't saying anything. So I was just like, all right, well, let's just wait and see what's going to happen. But it was kind of interesting because I had this feeling just in my heart that I was like, well, I was just really thankful that my husband was home and my kids, we were all together. And I was like, it was a beautiful day. And I'm like, if this is our day to go, well, then I'm ready to go meet Jesus. So I don't know. It's an interesting experience. I know a lot of people, it has shaken a lot of people. It's kind of a terrifying message or a terrifying idea, considering that, yeah, it actually is a feasible threat with everything that's been going on with North Korea. All right, so then also what I want to tell you about is there'll be a home update next week. We'll do Hack the Product, the Pendulum Potion. We'll be finishing that up next week. Today I want to talk about a new subscription box I found. I want to talk about Maya Chia and Beauty Heroes, and then I also want to talk about a 3-part series we're going to be launching into on the Science 180 called Skin Goals Hydration. This was a requested topic from one of my viewers. We were talking about how to figure out what products to purchase, and I was saying, what are your skin goals? Before you start purchasing products, you should always have in your mind what your skin goals are. I said that one of my #1 goals is skin hydration, which I think is probably part of everyone's skin goals. And so I thought, why not launch into a little series about it? Even though I've done a lot of these topics before on the Fun Fast Facts Friday, I thought it'd be cool to have it all in one sort of 3-part series going into the new year. Okay, so the new subscription box I found is called Enchanted Crystals. It's $16 a month. It includes shipping. It's run by a man named Adam. It's super cool, and he sent out this month this beautiful rainbow fluorite wand with also instructions about how the minerals form. So that was just fun, and then it came with this little side bag of some of these other stones. So we had some Madagascar quartz, green jasper, or an orb agate, amethyst chips. I just thought that was kind of cool because sometimes I don't know what to pick, and it was neat to have somebody kind of curate that for me, and I love getting mail, so. Alright, so let's talk about the Beauty Heroes and Maya Chia box. I mentioned this on Instagram, but basically I filmed the video, I somehow broke iMovie, my computer is getting old, it's been having a lot of problems. Apple products tend to have a lifespan where they go from working to not working, which has been my experience, and unfixable. And so I was waiting for my husband to help me. We were supposed to factory reset the computer, but basically I didn't get the video out in time and the box is sold out. So I thought, I did an Instagram poll. Most people said just throw it in here into Monday Mix Plate, and I promised I promised to get more on top of these subscription box videos, get them out sooner. Okay, so Maya Chia. the Eye Achiever was the hero product for the month of January. They've featured Maya Chia before last January. Kind of her signature ingredient is the supercritical CO2 extracted chia seed oil. So if you're interested in the process of supercritical CO2 extraction, I actually have a video, I'll link it below, where you can see all the different ways that it works and why it's so potent. Now, with this chia seed oil, she has astaxanthin in there, so a very potent antioxidant. It's followed by black cumin oil, has some pomegranate seed oil, has some cranberry seed oil, lots of antioxidants, and then she also has the vitamin C ester in there, followed by some marine extracts. So in an eye product, as you break down the ingredients and you look at this, it's got a lot of antioxidants to fight signs of aging, to fight free radicals that during sun exposure and stresses of the environment. Then she's got the vitamin C in there. Now, vitamin C ester is the oil-soluble form of vitamin C. It's kind of in vogue right now because oil-soluble vitamin C is supposed to be more stable, it's supposed to absorb better, it's supposed to stay in the skin longer, thereby possibly adding more benefits, and it's supposedly less irritating. So with a vitamin C ester, I wouldn't say that you're going to see firming results, collagen forming results overnight. It's probably a product you'd need to use for 6 to 8 weeks before you would see any firming. Then she also has the marine extracts in there, which can possibly provide some skin hydration, which we always want around the under eye area to help make those wrinkles look less prominent. Now for me, my use of the product was actually kind of minimal, simply because the second ingredient is black cumin oil. Black cumin oil does not sit well with my soul. It is not a smell I enjoy. There's not much else of a scent to it besides the black cumin oil. Now, I mean, you don't want fragrance in an eye product around, you don't want essential oils around the eye area. However, it's so potent that it's very difficult for me to use. I will say that. If you did pick up this box and you're excited about this product, I would definitely recommend using it in the AM. Putting all those antioxidants and the vitamin C is a perfect way to start your day. Having a little bit of oil around your eyes helps maintain that sort of dewy look. So I think it's a beautiful product. I think it's very well formulated. Comes in a metal roller ball. As you can see, it applies like an oil. My current regime for eye products has been a peptide cream because my under eye area is one that's pretty sad, and so I've been trying to throw as much as I can at it. So like I said, I would definitely recommend using this during the day, and unfortunately you can't get this box anymore. It did also come with a beautiful balm that also contains that beautiful chia seed oil that she uses. So it was a great deal. It's no shock that it's sold out. Maya Chia products are highly revered in the green beauty and conventional beauty arena, so great addition on Beauty Hero's part. So did you get the box? Do you have any questions? What did you think? Now let's move on to the Science 180. Hydration, Part 1. Today we're going to talk about the skin structure, because if you don't understand the structural components of skin that contribute to skin hydration, you're not really going to know how to effectively hydrate your skin. Let's start off with the two layers that commonly we refer to as our skin. The epidermis, remember your epidermis is showing, and the bottom layer, which is the dermis. You can break the epidermis down into 4 layers. Let's start off down here at the bottom layer, which is the stratum basalum, or the basal layer. This is where the cells are plump and juicy and full of 80% water. They're doing their important work. They're dividing, they're creating new cells, and they're sending them up to the stratum spinosum. As they start to rise through the stratum spinosum and the stratum granulosum, they start to lose water and they start to form more keratin. They become more hardened, more flaky as they rise through the skin. They arrive up here at the top at the stratum corneum, where they're kind of hard and tough and filled with keratin. When they reach up here to the top, to the stratum corneum, you'll often hear them referred to as corneocytes. Now, one important thing to remember, one important thing to know, is that when we hold water in our body in anywhere, we hold it in the cell, and then we also hold it in the intercellular matrix. That leads us into part 2, which is transepidermal water loss. That is basically the ebb and flow of our skin's hydration with the air. We're constantly losing moisture out of our skin, but a strong, intact skin barrier keeps that water loss at a minimum. Now, some of the key players in our skin's barrier are lipids and ceramides. Now, the third thing that you should understand about the skin structure is something called natural moisturizing factor that exists in the cells in the stratum corneum, and it's basically triggered by the breakdown of something called filaggrin. Natural moisturizing factor is going to get its own video at some point. It's very intriguing to me, and the more I learn about it, it gets even more intriguing. But basically what you should know is that the natural moisturizing factor basically exists to keep things moisturized. Because in the stratum corneum, a lot of times in the past it was referred to as a dead layer, just waiting to be slothed off. But we know that still some important things occur that need a little elbow grease or water or natural moisturizing factor to keep those functions working. Now, natural moisturizing factor is made up of amino acids, PCA, lactose, urea, some other components. So like I said, it is an intercellular component and it has the ability to retain water, thereby increasing hydration. So that was a lot in a really short amount of time. We did it really quick, but I always think it's important to understand the skin structure. Now, next week we're going to touch more on ingredients that we should be looking for to hydrate the skin. That's it for this video. I know it was a little bit longer than normal. Enjoy the 9 minutes, and I'll see you next week. Bye.